I've always been passively interested in the Yakuza series, liking the idea of a more contained open world and the contrast of a serious main narrative paired with the stupidest selection of side quests and minigames imaginable, but with how extensive the series is, it was never something I was in the mood to dive into. However, a combination of making a friend who's a massive fan of the series and was raving about how much fun she was having playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and also seeing the first 7 games bundled together on a criminally low sale, I couldn't really resist anymore. I started with a remake of the original Yakuza Kiwami as opposed to the prequel Yakuza 0, since I want to be a bit more attached to the cast before seeing their origins laid out, and I think that was the right choice. I got pretty much exactly what I signed up for. The open world is tiny compared to some others, but it's easy to learn and packed with enough activities to keep you entertained, and while I thought the main story would be a bit too self-serious for my tastes, thanks to the wildly varying tone switching constantly throughout the game, it was actually quite satisfying to follow the core story throughout it all. While I'm aware that I could have stretched the length of the game tenfold if I wanted to complete every objective possible, I actually preferred having the freedom to dip in and out of the side content to diversify the playthrough without committing to seeing absolutely everything. And that way I can get quite a bit out of a replay if I'm still in the mood after catching up with the rest of the series. The only real issue I had is that the combat didn't entirely click with me. There were some moments where I was like, yes, I finally get how this works, and then I'd go to a more challenging fight and immediately backpedal and realise I don't know shit. I prefer the fights where they are more open-ended and chaotic, letting you really have fun with the environments, but when they are more contained, I ended up getting more frustrated. But hearing how the combat doesn't remain consistent throughout the whole main series is nice to know, since I'm not particularly attached to this style after beating Kiwami. Even so, I'm happy that I've finally begun Yakuza, and I'm looking forward to seeing how I get on with the rest of the series after this.